Trigger, trigger, trigger. Trigger 1. Whiff. Yikes. Trigger 2. Hallowblade's not too bad here. Trigger 3. Intimidator. Like, not super exciting things here, but not terrible either. It's trample, which is pretty important since everything here is either going to die to it or have some trample damage get through. We swinging, baby. Now, how's it going, y'all? Titan Smashing MTGA here, and today we're back with some more standard action. This time we're playing some Boros Winota. Now, I can't remember who I found this deck from. I saw somebody playing this on their stream, though, and I thought it looked pretty sweet because I'm a sucker for Winota. This is more of your just kind of traditional Boros shell here. It doesn't go super heavy on the Warriors theme, but it does have some neat little Warrior stuff going on. You got your core Blade Master with your Maul the Sky Cleaves and Ember Cleave, just to make sure that all these kind of things hit double strike. Seasoned Hallowblade here is a very good thing to hold the Maul the Sky Cleave because it's so hard to kill. So a lot of times you have that versatility to just fly over the competition. And even though Omnath is a pain in the butt right now and honestly just make the meta not very fun, they don't have a lot of flyers in their deck other than the Terror of the Peaks. Now some of them do play Elder Gargaroth and that's a pain. But overall, a lot of times you can just fly over their blockers and get the swinging on them. Can this do really good right now? It's hard to say. Like even with Winota, if you don't have these big human payoffs like we used to have, it just doesn't really feel like it has the power level to be there and compete. But I wanted to try it. Really neat little mana base here. I like that every color is kind of included in here with all of this, so that way you can activate the different abilities of Kenrith, which is neat. Sideboard wise here, we got 2 more Giant Killer. Giant Killer is a good early blocker against aggro and also chop down. Very useful in the meta. 2 Drannith Magistrate here, so they can't do things like Escape to the Wilds or any of the adventure cards they can't cast, so that's pretty good there. Shieldbreaker destroys some artifacts. Thundering Rebuke is removal. Skyclave Apparition, just a Winota trigger, but also removal. 2 more Phoenix of Ash and 1 more Nahiri. I think that Nahiri is supposed to get brought in against Control. Like otherwise, I can't think of a lot of matchups where I really want it, but it's there. So let's take this into ranked, see how it goes. Let's go. Alright, first game of the day here is against Look in Your. What that name means is look in your soul to find happiness. Open on hand here, a little bit awkward. We got an Alseid Advice Bounty and Core Blade Master. So we got a 1-2 curve here that we can cast, which is pretty good, but no Winota, no real interaction. I still think it's the 1-2 hand here. We can keep it. We have a Temple we can play to scry a little bit, and we're on the draw. So I think we take this. Giant Killer, it's a card. It's a card, and it's a 3-drop that we can use should we need it. So for now, we'll play this Alseid Last Bounty and pass the turn. Hope y'all doing well so far. Oh my gosh. Oh, Confounding Conundrum. Okay. I thought it was to be a normal Omnath deck, but instead it's one of the main deck's hate cards for Omnath because it's such a problem in the meta. Also, you see here the mana base, like we talked about a little bit earlier. We have a little bit of every color in this mana base, even though we're primarily red and white. That's for Kenrith, just to use its ability should we need it. Just kind of spicy little flair there. So opponent ramping like crazy. They get them 2 islands, and oh my gosh, when you look at it, that's Omnath colors. I cannot believe it. Wow, first time we've seen Omnath in this meta, right? So I can play the Temple here, but if I do that, then I can't Giant Killer, or Chop Down, whatever they want to call it. So here we just play the blue. I've got the red and the white that we need already. Swing, hit him for 3 here, pass the turn, holding up, Chop Down. Hoo-yah! Lotus Cobra for opponent. Can't chop that down. Opponent plays a Temple of Plenty here. Scry the bottom, we like that. Unfortunately, they can still float a mana here. Nothing doing for them. Okay, we like that. So now we got options here. I can play them all the Sky Cleaves, or I can chop down. I think since they didn't have it here this last time, I wouldn't think they have it now. So we're just gonna do a little bit of 3/3 double strike, swing for 6 in the air. Get them down to 10. Here, play a Temple, bottom another land. Drawing a lot of lands here, but did keep a 5-lander, so what can we expect? Island for opponent. Terror of the Peace. Usually a really scary card, but we have this chop down. Ooh, maybe we can actually get through here. So I think I'd go ahead and kill that now so I can get the swinging again. Play this red source down. I could go face here, but there's not much of a difference between hitting him for the face and getting 1 more damage in there. So I think we might as well just clear that Lotus Cobra out of the way. That way we can get the swing in here, get them down to 3. And we still have this Alseid of Last Bounty where if they play another fly and blocker, we're good. So Escape the Wilds here could be an issue. Let's see what they do here. They do only have, they still not play a land yet, right? So they've got 2 more lands they can play. They hit the temple off of that. So, okay, so there's a... Okay, Lotus Cobra's not scary. If they don't have anything to kill with Core Blade Master, we're good. Okay, Evolving Wilds. Okay. Sure. Was that it? Yeah, cool. Cool job, Opponent. Great work. You really did good. Next time you need to look in your soul to find a better answer for me. Sideboard-wise here, we'll put some Drannith Magistrate out there. Drannith is good against these decks because they can't use Escape to the Wilds to play their cards. If they have any adventure cards, well, they can't play them. Bringing some Thundering Rebuke here because it answers Omnath. And it's a little bit awkward we're on the draw. But I still think it's what we want here for now, I guess. Oh, excuse me. Considering Skyclave Apparition as well, I think we put that in there. Just a way to answer Omnath. They answer Lotus Cobra, and if they do kill it, they get a 2-2 for Lotus Cobra, whatever. And even though a 4-4 is pretty good, it's not nearly as good as an Omnath that does all the crazy things it does. So we got some cuts to make here. It's kind of awkward cutting some of these spell cards, and I just put 61 cards in there, didn't I? So, we'll take our 61 card deck into battle here because I sideboarded like a chump. That's okay. If they try to go the Ruin Crab route, that's one more card for us. Opener here is one land. Which is very unfortunate because the hand is gas otherwise. This one here is a bit of a beatdown hand. Here we still keep 3 lands. We got some things to do here. Selfless Savior, not a bad draw. They've already played one of their Spikefield Caves first, which is good for us. There's a forest. We got a Cobra coming down. No Cobra. That leads me to believe I got Stomp held up, ready to go. Should have swung first, I guess, but I figured we might as well play as Hallowblade. Like, we have stuff to discard. Yeah, Scorching Dragonfire on the Selfless Savior, not a big deal. Hallowblade coming down. Hallowblade, a nice resilient threat, hard for them to get rid of since they have mostly burn-based removal. Okay, there's Cobra. Hooray. And a Temple. Now, if they go like Temple into Spikefield here, that's pretty annoying. They bottom there. Let's see what they float here. Green, okay. Alright, well, they're down to 4 cards in hand. We're playing Kerrigan Intimidator.deck. Skyclaves will keep here. Skyclave's a good card. We can pump up our equipped creature with Kerrigan Intimidator as well next turn, which is nice. Here, I go swing for 3, and they actually want to take the trade there. I'm very surprised by that. Got options here. I feel like we can probably draw some more lands. Like, next turn, we know we're playing them all the Skyclaves anyway, and we do have the mana to cast it. So I'd rather keep that, and then next turn, should we draw a land, we can play double Intimidator. Thunder and Rebuke here answers our Intimidator, but that means they're not playing Omnath here, so we take that. Temple coming down, and they're down to 3 cards now, and they bottom on that scry as well. So here we can pretty cleanly get this small Skyclaves down, attach it to the Hallowblade. The clock is on. Fast turn here. That's a Fable Passage. Fable Passage is not nearly as scary when there's not a Lotus Cobra down there. Mountain. Elder Gargi. Now that's a little scary. Luckily we do have this Intimidator here, so we can either say that it can't block our Seasoned Hallowblade, or I can give it +1/+1 and actually kill it here. I'm trying to decide what to do here. I think... Okay, so I did that. What I probably should have done there is just give my Hallowblade +1/+1. But I think it just... So, wait, I'm stupid. You can't do that. Yeah, that was the right move. I was going to say, if I could give another creature +1/+1, I could give my Hallowblade +1/+1. Once again, Thunder Rebuke on my Intimidator. Just let me have fun. Elder Gargaroth is a beast. It's going to be very hard to answer here. They can just keep gaining life. They can make tokens. They can draw cards. Still, I mean, we do what we can here. So I've got a couple options. I can play Intimidator and then do the same thing, swing for 5, or I can just play both of these creatures down. And I think from here I'm better off just making my board a little bit wide. That way next turn I can still put mana into this Intimidator, but also get to do inner things. And plus we have this Magistrate down, which means if they have an Escape to the Wilds, they can't do anything, which is cool. So should they top deck that, then it's not like a draw anymore. They've already used 2 Thundering Rebukes and a Scorching Dragonfire. Opponent going to tax here. Gaining more life. Decided to just take it for now. That will put us down to 8, but I want to keep these creatures alive, if possible. Terror is a yikes. The Elder Gargoyles having reach is huge. Yeah, let's just concede here. Like we can maybe fight through, but even if I swing here, I get them down to 11, but they're just gaining 3 life a turn. That's just not enough to fight through. So on the draw, they got the big old critters there. So I think I'm going to put those Giant Killers in there again, just as a 1-drop creature should be needed, but also a way to chop down the big blockers. Skyclave maybe can come out here, since most of the big creatures are 4 mana or more. But again, Omnath and Lotus Cobra must answer threats. Haven't seen Winota either of these games, so Winota action would be nice. Take out the core Blade Masters here. Like, it's just a 1-1 that dies a hazard. So, like, playing a 2-mana 1-1 that dies to their 1-drop feels bad. So, game 3 here against Look in Your Soul. That was really pretty, right? Opener here is pretty okay. It's awkward that a white mana comes in tapped here, but not a big deal. Like, a lot of times we want to save this the Giant Killer's chopped down for a big creature. So, just playing a Hallowblade on 2 is perfectly fine, I think. Opponent here gaining life. Meh. Go ahead, throw the Seasoned Hallowblade down. The Delmo. Throw the Delmo down. See what the opponent's got for us, huh? Would love for them to just play a Cobra, but no such luck. So I got a few options here. First off, we're just going to swing. See what they do. If they want to try to stomp this or something, they can, but doesn't really do much. It makes me discard a card. Spikefield Hazard. It's like, yeah, that's annoying, but not the end of the world. Let's just discard a Temple Triumph here. I've got another Temple. I have another Spikefield Hazard, so I'm good on lands for the time being. Smack him for 3. Now, if I had an untapped land here, I'd probably just play out Bonecrusher on his face. Instead, bottom the other one. We don't really need another one right now. We got to go bigger than that. We're looking for Winota. We're looking for Embercleave. Looking for things that can close this game out. Fable Passage for opponent. Okay, Thunder. Again, I'm not sure if the opponent's just trying to get rid of our card, because they don't know how to read. But reading's hard sometimes. Take out the Thundering Rebuke here. Thought behind that is I can still hold up Giant Killer's Chop Down this next turn, should they play Omnath. And that's instant speed, so I can still kind of hold up other things. And then if they don't do anything, I can stomp their face and get a little bit of damage in that way. So once again, opponent plays a spell that doesn't really do much. Okay. Stomp the face. Pass turn. Now we get to maul the Skyclaves. Ooh. So I can play out Bone Daddy. But I think here I'm just equipping this, get in town. And go ahead and play this out. Like, there's no reason to not play the Spikefield Hazard at this point. Next turn, I can play Bonecrusher and Giant Killer now. We got him down to 11, so we're starting to present a clock here. There's the blue. Bring on Omnath. There it is. Woohoo. Such a fun magic card. Luckily, it just draws here. Dealing with Omnath when you're on the play and they're playing it on turn 4, not nearly as bad as the other potential things it can do. So here, chop him down. Chop him down, play the Giant Killer, swing for 5. You love to see it. See what the opponent's got here. Gargi. And again, Gargoyle's a good card, but now that we have the Giant Killer down, we can just tap it. Ooh, or we can just play another Maul the Skyclaves. Hey. Well, that seems pretty good, doesn't it? Skyclaves, I was 1 mana short of being able to do that, but still, we force them into a chump block here, where they have to at least chump this. Now, they do get to do a little something here. They can gain some life. They decide to draw a card, okay? Makes sense. That's a free eat here. This Hallowblade going to be hard to take down next turn. If they just play 1 creature, we can just make it tap. Okay, Lotus Cobra a little late to the party. That's a Fable Passage, though. Okay. That's green source. So opponent's making all the mana here. I really hope they can't ultimatum me from here. That'd be pretty scary. Okay, escape the wilds. Land. Omnath, Gargi, Spikefield. Okay, they can play one more land here. Those two are tapped. God, it's not a fail passage. I hate it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is okay, because if they just play an Omnath here, they die. Because they don't have any flying blockers. So cracked Fable Passage. Landfall triggered. Okay, green, white, blue, red. They got the Omnath, man. Just play Omnath. Let's go! So they play Omnath here, which that don't mean nothing. You dead, son. Thanks for wasting both their times, though. Let's go. Good game. Beating up on Omnath. You love to see it. Boros Winota getting the win there, game 1. Let's play another. Game number 2 against Elimnop. I don't know. We're on the draw. Opener here. 2 lands technically, but no white source here. This one much smoother. And we have a 1-drop and a 3-drop that trigger Winota. Should we get to do that? As far as mulligan here, got a few options. I think it's a Spikefield Hazard here. That way we still have the 3 lands that come in untapped. Is a tad... so I kind of need double red too, though. But we also have good... I don't know. Magic's hard. Maybe it should just be the plains instead. I'm also going to Spikefield Hazard, though. Hopefully we draw another red source, and that's not our famous last words. Weaselback red cap. So this could be mono red. This could be... this could be knights. Starting off here, player Alseid of Last Bounty. I think I'll take trade here if they offer it. Ooh, Fervent Champ. Yoinks. Well, now that they're buffing that up, I think I've got to trade. If they want to try to blow me out with the removal spell here, they can. I'm happy to have them use a removal spell on my 1-drop. Okay, yeah, like I'm fine with that trade. They're going to get to pump that for 2 each turn. This next turn, I can play Cord Blade Master. So let's go ahead, just play that down for now. Hope they don't have... I mean, they've got some priority here, so I'm assuming this is Spikefield Hazard. Shock, okay. Yikes. Well, good news is they're down to 4 cards already. Pretty good curve for opponent. Good news is we're only at 17 and they're down to 2 now. Might as well just play this tap since I don't have another red mana to play this Phoenix of Ash. So he's got cleaved here, I guess. Ooh, if they just pump that, that's fine. Okay. Sweet. I mean, that still gets us down to 12, so it's still a little bit spoopy. And a red cap. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping they didn't have anything like that. So here, we'll go ahead and play Winota. At least this way, we can play Phoenix of Ash next turn with haste and get a trigger. But it's also so that we're kind of at that spot where it's really hard to swing in here. Opponent, stop. Here, I figure let's block the Fervent Champ. I think we're blocking Fervent Champ here, just get it out of the way. Because if I block the red cap, then they can pump it again and trade my Winota, and I don't want that to happen. We're probably dead here. Been on the draw against mono red, just a little bit too tough for us. So we can play this Phoenix of Ash. I think I just swing with this. So trigger. Intimidator. But we're still dead here. I don't even know what I was trying to hit there, really, but I guess that wasn't very good. I should have kept the Phoenix of Ash back to block and forced them to have removal for it. Either way, if they don't see it, they don't see it, but block here, they just pump up Phoenix of Ash, and we lose. Yeah, I feel like we were kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't there. Opponent against us, game number 1 here. Well, let's go to sideboard. Sideboard here, we're bringing the Apparition. Even though it can be killed easily, it's still they don't get much from back from it usually, and it does exile their Phoenix of Ash, which is nice. Do I want to bring in Rebukes here is what I'm thinking. Rebuke kills about everything in their deck, but it is sorcery speed and a little bit slow. This is how we want it. Like, our Phoenix of Ash doesn't match up well against theirs. I think we send this at them. So game number 2 against Elemental P. Oh, I get it now. Elemental P. I'm stupid. Luckily, we get to be able to play this game. Unfortunately, the game of Magic is deciding that we just don't need lands. This hand, pretty gassed, though. Just wishing my dog was a warrior. So, mulligan here. I think I'm bottoming a land here and just hoping to hit another one. I know that's a little bit risky, but we have 1-drop, 2-drop here, which ain't that bad. And Core Blade Master actually matches up well with a decent bit of the deck. It's bad against Fervent Champ, but yeah, against Red Cap, it's great. Hallowblade, not a terrible draw here. I think I go with that instead. Trying to decide, do I want to attack in here? I don't think it's really worth it just to send in one. Save a Selfless Savior for something else. Opponent goes to attack. I think I happily trade here. Don't have a third land, so I think we just do this. Now, I hope they don't have removal in response here, because I really don't want to discard 2 cards, but if I got to do it, I got to do it. So I could sack Selfless Savior here. I could also discard another card. I think we're discarding this Blade Master and hoping to hit a land this next turn. If so, I feel like we can race them pretty profitably here. That was the worst draw we could have had. Let's go and swing for 4 here, pass the turn. Getting punished for my decisions here. Maybe a little bit greedy. Phoenix of Ash was the worst draw considering it's a 3-drop and we don't have lands. Now, they don't seem to have lands. Okay. Okay, and there's a land, so that's good. Not a red source, but we'll take it so I can just equip Maul the Skyclaves here. Make this a 5/3. Swing for 6 because that can't block. Maybe. Maybe we'll get there. You saying there's a chance? Perfect champion. Dude, we're getting pretty fortunate that they're missing lands. Smart of them to hold back the Fervent Champ here, but I've got this big old swinger in the air. Can't stop it, son. Hit him down to 5. Go to damage, y'all. Decide I'm just going to hold on this Plains. I know there's definitely some merit to playing it out since I have a Kenrith in my deck, but that's the only hit where not playing this would work. Can we get there? No answer for the Seasoned Hallowblade flying with a mace. This game number 3 is going to be a lot harder to beat them while on the draw. Maybe I'm supposed to bring these giant killers in there just as a 1/2 body to block them. But otherwise, like, it's just hardly ever going to be relevant on the chop down side. I'm going to put them in here, though, because it is better than the Blade Master, I think. On the draw, the Blade Master is just a little bit too slow. So game number 3 against Elemental P. I'm hoping I win, but I gotta pee. That all rhymed. But I did rhyme P with P, so I guess it doesn't really count. Ooh, it's a good hand. It's a real good hand. Need to draw some lands. We've got the Savior into the Intimidator, which will probably get killed. And then a small Skyclaves. So let's hope. Oh man, Seasoned Hallowblade. Okay. And we actually have some Winota, so maybe this is a game we could actually play out Winota. Well, I guess we didn't turn 1/2 and we just died. So this time I'm going to save the Selfless Savior since I have 2 different 1-drops here. Another red cap is rough. Opponent just casually putting 3 creatures out there on turn 2. And this is where, like, against mono red on the draw, it just feels so bad. So luckily here, this Hallowblade can block their Fervent Champ, and X is a bad. That's not what we wanted to see. So I think I'm still blocking there, and I think I actually... Did I trade the Selfless Savior off too? Like, it gives them tokens. I think for now I save it 1 more turn. We'll get rid of this Phoenix of Ash for now. It's just not doing much of anything. Annex going down a little bit. Past the turn. We hit a land. It's a tap land, though. Another Hallowblade ain't it, my friend. It ain't it. Intimidator coming down. No attacks here. Hold back. If they've got Embercleave, we just die anyway here. Yeah, this looks like Embercleave to me. So if they have it, we're dead no matter what because all our creatures are 1 toughness. So I think we just block here. That way, if they are bluffing, then I can still keep this Hallowblade alive. Maybe I'm supposed to throw Selfless Savior there, but yeah, like there's just no way we get out of this game with them having an Ember Cleave, regardless of our blocks. Like I can do this, I can pitch this Winota. We're still dead though, right? That's Ember Cleave math. That's 714. Trample, yeah, we're dead. Yikes. When Mono Red gets to be on the play and do that, what do you do? 1-1 here, Boros Winota. Let's play one more game, see if we can't even it out. Last game of the day here is against Samuel H. Black. Take the play here. See how it goes. Selfless Savior into Core Blade Master. If we can find a Winota, we'll be feeling really happy. Played a little bit of this on... I played some on my lunch break earlier today because this game in particular I actually had to record a different day. So see my rank's a tad bit different here, but not too much. Ooh, we got a Winota here. That's pretty nice. Here we just play the Core Blade Master, I think. Be the most mana efficient. Next turn we can still play the Selfless Savior here, but having double Selfless Savior with Winota feels real nice. Archpriest, okay. This is Mardu Party, I guess. Looks like Mardu Party to me. It's a Mardu Party and I wasn't even invited. That was lame. Just pretend I said that. I'll go and play the blue here, just in case we had a Kenneth and want to activate that. Doubt that that's the case, but you never know. Luckily, we got this guaranteed land for Winota next turn, which is nice. We got 3 triggers to swing at with, so that's pretty good. Blue for opponent, okay. Maybe they're doing the same thing we are, but they're just playing some... Okay. I don't know with that. Maybe it is like a 4-color party deck. Archpriest is a 2-2 now. I said 2-2. Alright, I think here we just play Winota. Play Winota, swing in, get 4 triggers. Or sorry, 3 triggers. That seems pretty good. Trigger. Trigger 1. Whiff. Yikes. Trigger 2. Hallowblade's not too bad here. Trigger 3. Intimidator. Like, not super exciting things here, but not terrible either. Unfortunately, our Saviors will go bye-bye. Luckily, I can sack one of these to keep the other one alive. No sense in them both dying here. And even though Kerrigan Intimidator isn't a super exciting hit, the fact that you can make one of your own creatures a coward means it's not human anymore. So, maybe. Just maybe, baby. Opponent with another Stonework Pack Beast. Hazard. Sun. Opponent's deck's hot. I'll give it that. I like it. That's 10 power flying in the air? Alright, that's pretty cool. I don't know what this list is, but this is sweet. Like, I don't want to lose to it, obviously, but this is cool. So, we gotta swing for broke here this next turn, or else we dead. Kenny would love to hit you off a Winota instead of drawing you now. But what can you do? So I think here I'm going to, at least, I gotta for sure make something a coward. That way that's an extra trigger for us. And I think I probably go ahead and stomp one of these beasts just to make sure that I can get some more damage through. So we do this. Trigger. Trigger 1. It's that boy. It's Kenny. Trigger 2. Might as well send an Indestructible Winota. Trigger 3. That's an Intimidator. Now I could also make one of these unable to block here, or give something Trample. What to do? What to do? Let's see what they do when they block here. I think I just give something Trample here, depending on their blocks. And they don't even let us get the blocks. We get the win there. You love to see it. So, against 4-color party. This is spicy. So against 4-color party, I bring in some Apparition here. Being able to take off one of their little Archpriests there is a 1-drop that's potentially like a 4-power 1-drop. That's a good trade for us. Phoenix of Ash again just doesn't really match up well here. Giant Killer seems kind of bad because most of their stuff's pretty weak. Yeah, I think we just play this. So game 2 against the one and only Samuel Block. Definitely the pro. You know, this isn't some Joe. This is a pro for show. Opener here. Bit awkward, but we got white mana, we got red mana, we got 2 Blade Masters and a Hallowblade. I think we keep it and hope we just don't get ran down. Kenny, once again, we're doing a really good job of drawing these Kindreds when I don't want to. Watcher of the Spheres, okay. Neat. So, Malthus Skyclay's done a bad pickup here. Play Hallowblade, or I can play Blade Master. I think we play the Blade Master here because with Skyclays, giving that double strike is pretty nasty. And it's a non-human that triggers. Okay, they're getting a little out of hand here, and I don't like it. Okay, luckily just tap land there. Okay. Spicy. So I give this flying, or just play another core Blade Master here and hope for the Winota triggers on the next turn should I hit something. I think that's what we do. Like, obviously, Malthus Skyclay's double strike is nice, but I think we got to set up for a big Winota turn here. Though with 2 of those, I still swing. They don't block, okay. 2 free damage secured. Let's see what party shenanigans they got here. No, this list is sweet, man. Like, I really like it. Let's see what they hit off this. Okay, Archpriest has been a 3-2 is okay. And Luminar Cat. Everything this deck is doing, I like a lot. So, we did. I think we did. Yeah, we did. Let's just go to game 3. Yikes. Maybe this is a real Sandblack because this is quite the brew. I think I'll bring in some rebukes on the play here and take out the core Blade Masters. The Blade Masters against the Archpriest of Ironwood just don't really match up super well here, and on the play we have the ability to use those rebukes a little bit more proactively. It's game 3 against Samuel H. Black, you know, the pro, the Magic Pro here, faux show. On the play. Opening hand. We take this. This is about to be the Selfless Savior Embercleave game. Very notable games in Magic where you just can't lose those kind of games, for sure. Triumph for the opponent. We draw another Needleverge Pathway. So we're good on lands now, game. I appreciate you giving them to us, but we'll pass now. 19 turn clock, baby. Let's get them. Archpriest of Iona. That 1-2 just getting in the way of our little 1-1s here. That's aggravating. That's 3 games here against them, and 3 games we have drawn Kenny. I think I got the Thunder Rebuke here. It feels kind of bad, but again, this thing can grow a little bit more. And just, you know, keeping the lane clear for us, I think, is the way we want to go here. So, as much as I don't want to do it, I think we Thundering Rebuke here. Let's get rid of that. Selfless Savior, swing for 2. Pass turn. Archpriest of Iona, number 2 for opponent. That's a blue land. Alright. So here we got a few options. We can Embercleave, which would probably kill their Archpriest. I think I probably need to go to combat here first, see what they do. If they block with it, then Embercleave. I could just play Hallowblade out, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to attack there first, but I just really don't want to Embercleave there. So even though I could force them into that, I just don't think that's the win in play. I think we need to get a clock against them, and Seasoned Hallowblade with Embercleave this next turn is the way to do that. So, Tazri. 4-6 is mighty pesky. However, kind of glad that we played the Seasoned Hallowblade down now, because that kind of rewards us for our play of playing it. Because had we not done that last time, the Embercleave on the Selfless Savior would be useless. So unfortunately, I've got to... I think I send in with all of these, and whatever the Archpriest of Iona blocks, I sacrifice to make the Hallowblade indestructible. It's probably the way to go. Yeah, so we'll Hallowblade on here, or Embercleave on the Hallowblade. And then we can go ahead and sack this, keep that way we don't discard a card, and I can still even play this other Selfless Savior if I want to. And maybe I'm supposed to keep it in hand to discard to Hallowblade, but I think with us having the pressure on the board, like we're the aggressor here, we got to make them answer us. In between like 2 Selfless Saviors, that Hallowblade's plenty protected anyways. Land for opponent. What's it gonna be? I don't like that. So let's see if they take Embercleave or Hallowblade here. They should probably take the I don't know, man. They take Hallowblade, which is annoying. Meh. And they play another Archpriest. Meh. Is it beatdown time? Is it Selfless Savior beatdown time? So I'm kind of close to being able to like 2-2 them there and kill both of those. However, I think I can just play the Kenrith here and then equip it next turn and attack. Obviously, this leaves us open to another Journey into Oblivion, but I mean, they've only got 2 cards in the hand here, so we got to kind of force that on them. So let's dodge the Journey. Zagras. I'm telling you, dude, this deck just plays all kinds of cool shit. I like this a lot. I can block, but I don't know if I want to do that either. Maybe there I was supposed to block with Kenrith and then just sack a Selfless Savior and be happy with that trade-off. I think that's the way to go, though. Just, you know, casually swinging for 12. Opponent has 4 damage in the air, but otherwise we do have these 2 blockers here, so I'm feeling pretty good about this game so far. A little trample over there. Get him down to 4. Let's go ahead and play this Temple of Triumph here. Winota we're happy to see. So this way if they live to next turn, we drop down Winota, get the triggers, and it's GG's. What the opponent is doing is awesome, though. Like, this is a very cool deck. I'm not sure if it's actually good enough in this meta to, like, make it with all the kind of oppressive stuff going on, but this is sweet. Like, this is the kind of Magic I would really, like, start enjoying the game a lot more again if we saw more of these kind of things. This is cool. And Murph, like, they just have so much cool stuff here, man. I'm a sucker for this stuff. They're still dead, though, right? This is so much trample damage that it shouldn't matter. We can play Winota here. I can haste it out. And it gets trample, which is pretty important since everything here is either going to die to it or have some trample damage get through. We swinging, baby. Now, they can sack their Limbala and get everything indestructible, but at this point, I don't think it matters. I think we just have the sheer numbers to get there. So, Intimidator coming down. And guess we might as well put the winner. Okay, it didn't matter. They give it up. 2-1 here. Boros Winota, take a look at the deck list one more time. Let's go. Alright, so 2-1 overall here. Boros Winota, not too shabby. I don't think this is as good as Naya Winota. Just being able to have your Lotus Cobras and play the Winotas out on 3 just seems like such a bigger deal here. Has some neat things going for it, but as a whole, this kind of feels like a medium deck in the format. If you enjoy playing these kind of things, I think there are just better ways to build it overall. But it was pretty consistent at least. It felt like you always had a chance in some of these games. It just doesn't have the big blow-up potential like a lot of other Winota decks do, or other decks in the standard format. But that's what we got. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. We'll see you next time. Let's go.